My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay, you know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we blitz in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up, they started lying on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up, she blow me up.
Our children and sell them to another group of people, another race. So he was selling them to his friends, the other Caucasians.
And thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
And the women cried for the children, but they couldn't get them back. They cried, they begged the white man, please don't sell my child. But the white man sold the children, read.
And there shall be no might in thy hands.
And we had no power, because why? The white man had the gun, he had the whip. So we had no power to get the children back. Right? So they were sold. And as soon as the child was big enough to walk, what happened to them? They was put in the slave. Let me show you that 41.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 41.
So not even the children escaped hard bondage and slavery. Watch that.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
So the Bible said we would make children. That was in slavery.
But thou shalt not enjoy them.
So we can't enjoy our children. Why?
For they shall go into captivity.
So the children went into slavery just as the big person. That's how wicked these people were to us. That shows us that no other race loves us. All they do is exploit us, they use us to make money. Look at them. They have stars, comedians, only to make them laugh, only to entertain them. But they don't care about us. That is why even to this day, there is still slavery going on in Morocco and Mauritania. The Arabs is selling all people still. Yes, even here because what? Right. We pay our sisters $400 and $500 a month. And that's stand up all day on their foot. Right? Trying to make all that money for them and they take that money and bring it back to them. That is slavery still. Because they're living under minimum wage. So the Bible is showing us that going on. Let me show you that 43. Watch that. That record in the Bible.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. Thy strangers that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
So now the Indian, the Syrian, all of them coming into Grenada by citizens, by investment, and they're going up above in society. So they're coming and open all the stores and we have to go and work for them and beg them.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And we are at the bottom, so we're going to beg them for a little work and they pay us $400 and $500 a month. That can't do nothing, that's just when they pay for us. That money done. Watch that.
He shall lend to thee.
So now, these people lending to us, look at even the IMF and the World Bank. All prime ministers are the one beg them. And who is these people? IMF is in Washington DC, white man. So we go into this nation and begging them for money at high interest rate. So we can never don't pay them off. You understand? So the Bible tells us, we go and beg for money and them lending to us. What's that?
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
We can't lend to them. Why? Because we poor. We are the bottom. We always have to go and beg. Beg for scraps. When this whole entire earth was given to us, we were supposed to be ruling over all nations. But because our forefathers broke the commandments, God put all people in slavery for over 400 years. And even now we're still at the bottom. Why? Because we don't know who we are. We think we're Grenadians, Trinidadians. We are not that. The slave master gave us those false names. They know that we are Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim. Right. You understand? That's why we must come and wake up our people who they truly are, so they can understand. Because to know where you're going in the future, you must know where you come from. You must know your history. Every other race, know the history trailing back to 2000 years. As the Chinese, they have record thousands of years back. The Indians, thousands of years back. The Arabs, thousands of years. Even the Caucasians have the history going back thousands of years. Why is it? Only black people, when you ask us about our history, you only reach back to 1600 slavery. So what were we before slavery? We were kings in Africa. You understand? Because we was in Africa for over 1,000 years after we fled Jerusalem. Right? But what we trying to show people that we are greater than they tell us that we are. We were kings on this earth and we are made to be kings on this earth. Read?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
So now the white man lending money to us, the IMF and the World Bank, and we cannot lend to them, read?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
And that's why we have to go to them now and accept the $500 and $400 in the Indian store. Why? Because they're ruling over everything, they have all the money, and we are poor. So to make it, to send our children to school, we have to accept it. Even though we know we cannot do anything with the money.
Verse 46. And there shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So now he said the curses is going to be upon us for a sign, right? And what does a sign do? Identify. So you want to know what Grenadian capital is? You look for the sign. You want to know what Republic Bank is? You look for a sign. You want to know what digital is? You look for a sign. So the Bible said the curses is going to be upon us for a sign
and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So anywhere we go, the Bible is going to identify who the Israelites are, because we're going to see the sign of all the things, all the curses that happen to our people, and our people only. You read?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
So the reason why our people went into slavery is because we didn't want to listen to God. God tell us to keep His commandments. We said to hell with that. We're doing what we want. So God said, okay, fine. You want to do what you want? I'm going to let the white man come, take you to slavery, and oppress you for over 400 years. And that is exactly what happened. Right? Read.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
This is the white man book. So give me in Revelation, just to show you two scriptures to show that this is not the white man book. The white man have nothing to do with this book. All he used during slavery, he used this book, manipulated just to his advantage. You understand? Like what you call servants obey your master and things like that. Right? But this book was always given to the children of Israel. So let me just show you in Revelation and then give me in Jeremiah 30 all the adversaries. Right. So read that.
Talk to the people, talk to the people. The book of Revelation chapter 13.
Verse 9, right? Just to show that the so-called white man have nothing to do with the Bible. If the white man gave us the Bible, he would never put us in what?
Verse 13 and verse 9. Right? If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Who lead us into slavery? The white man, without a doubt, right? The colonizer. They have us in slavery, and I'm saying have for a reason because we're still under the oppression of these people. Because we are under the British still, right? Right, so who money on who pays on the money? The queen. So he's telling us still that we're still in slavery these days, right? So we're showing that the white man has nothing to do with the book. And if the white man wrote the book, he's not going to put this in the book. Because he was the one who have us in slavery, who had us captive. So if he know that person, he would never put that in.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
The white man would never put that in the book, knowing that judgment is there for him, and he put it in the book. You understand? Give me Jeremiah 30. 16, right? To show all our enemies, right? God is letting us know that all our enemies, they will be going to captivity and they will be destroyed, but they have enough captivity, right? So read that, Jeremiah 30 and verse 16.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries,
All our enemies,
every one of them shall go into captivity.
none in escaping, none in escaping. Each one of them that had us captive here, they go into slavery when the time comes. So they have nothing to do with this Bible. I will show you that this Bible was given only to the children of Israel. Yes. And then give me Psalm 147, give me Amos 3, yeah, right? To show the Bible was only given to the children of Israel. And then I'm going to show you that, okay, because you know you're an Israelite about 4 years now, so what you need to do, you know you're an Israelite. The whole purpose of us out here is to edify our people, right? That they repent of their sin, we come back to God, because of our disobedience, this happened to us. The reason why we serving the so-called Indians, not the so-called Indians, we have to work for them for minimum wage. The reason why that happened is because we disobeyed. Right? Because of our disobedience, God said, I'm going to use these people and they're going to punish you by giving you minimum wage. That's what the most are using them to do. So yes, God created everybody too, but they have their purposes. Disobedience, yes, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that. Right? So why you want it from? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes, right?
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them.
If somebody possesses something, what does that mean? Exactly, right? So he said we want to possess them, right? So he's telling you with authority, we will possess them. What does that mean? Control, slavery. So the people who are us in slavery, they have control over us. The Lord is letting us know that time we're going to have control over them. You understand?
Read. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants.
For what?
For servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives who captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass.
Alright, so he said we're going to rule our oppressors. So the same people that are oppressing us today, when Lord will, when we get a kingdom, that is the same thing that will happen to this nation. That's right. You understand? You know the Mosaic call that? Just judgment in 2 Thessalonians. That is just judgment. What they did to you, I'm going to return the favor. But the only reason why it's happening now is because of our disobedience. Give me 28:15. And then you give me that in Baruch 4 and 6. That's right. Hold on, 6. Remove it. Deuteronomy, yes. Remove it fast. 28 and 15. Deuteronomy 28:15. And then we go in Baruch 4 and 6. Just to show why this happened to us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So now if we don't listen to what God said, right? So let's go to 28:1 and then we come back to it. Just to show you the context. So the first part is, if we listen, then we will get a blessing. It means that we will not be in this condition. But if we don't listen, let's see what happens. So read 28 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken.
Read 28:1. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command you this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. So he said, if we listen to what God said, if we listen to him, it means he will set us above all the nations, all the other nations. So these nations will come to you instead of we going to them. But that will only happen provided that you listen or us listen to what God said. But if we don't listen, let's hear what 15 says. If we don't listen to what God said, let's see what will happen. Yes.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right? So if we don't listen, all these curses, all we see in here, yokes of iron, right? All these things we're going to have on slave ship. All that will happen to us if we don't listen to what the Most High says. So the reason why we end up in this condition, our parents picking cotton, our sons and daughters sold to the other nation, sold to the other nation, right? If we don't listen, this is what will be the result of us today. We have to work for the Indian for minimum wage, right? So now give me that in Baruch 4 and 6, right? To show that we were sold to these nations, not for our destruction, but we moved God to wrath because we didn't want to obey to the Most High. This is why we're in this condition.
The book
Baruch 1, read.
1:6.
Yes.
The book of Baruch chapter 4 verse 6. Ye was sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath.
Right? We make God angry. Hence the reason why he put us in this condition. He said, you don't want to listen to me, then I will put another race of people, give me 46, 28, 46, 48 of them. Right? So because you don't want to listen to me, no. Okay, I create you. I tell you what to do, no, you don't want to listen to me? No, you will have to listen to another race of people. So I will use these people to punish you for your disobedience. You understand? Read.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 28.
No, not Baruch. 28, 48.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48.
And then I'll speak.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Right. So you in want of everything we have to serve God. So the food, for anything you want to drink, and the clothes you wear is not made by us yet. If you look at the tag, it might be made in China, made somewhere. So it's telling you, just for the clothing that you wear, you will have to serve another nation. If this nation don't give you that clothing, we may have to wear clothes like how I do with straw clothes. You understand? So it means that we have to serve them for clothes and for everything. You understand?
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord, His word